Okay, we are back, Facebook Live. I have a really special guest right now. I have Miss Kim Owens, and she's going to tell a little bit. She's a patient here at RHI, and she's going to tell her story, and then we're going to talk a little bit about like how that came about and where you're at now. So
okay.
Hi, Kim. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Welcome to our studio.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I'm Kim Owens, and so my story begins with a stroke. I was at work and sharing some conversation with my boss because I was going on vacation the next week, and I think that's when I went into some issues which led to a stroke. So I ended up in the hospital, and I ended up at RHI here, and I really was scared. You know, the first time I came, I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't even thinking straight.
Right.
But I was looking at the schedule, and I was like, oh my God, I've got to do this, physical therapy, occupational therapy. But, you know, my sister's like, you got to do this. We've got to do this. So, you know, I just went right to it, went to each class, and it is really, it was an awesome experience. When I think about it now, from then and now, you know, I couldn't walk. You know, my arm, you know, I had physical issues. But I'm telling you, my speech therapist, my physical therapist, occupational therapist, they were great. And some of the things that I realized is that I had to relearn. I had to relearn a lot of stuff again, and I had to get used to my new normal, you know. So even though I may, you know, look great, people go, oh, you don't look like you had a stroke. I'm like, well, I had one, and, you know, I can still appear a little bit, so.
So you were inpatient for a while.
Yes.
And then you were outpatient, and you're still in some of the programs afterwards. Like those can be just as helpful in their own way, right? I mean, there's the physical part of things, getting back on track, but then there's another part where you have to stick with your therapy, go to the programs, learn some things.
And the outpatient was similar. I still had the same therapist, but you know, I came to RHI and I, you know, went to class, and I really learned how to do different things. And so that was rewarding because you're in a group with people and you look at them and you're thinking, wow, you know, we all have stories. We all look different, you know, but we're all kind of, you know, in the same situation. So I met some great people there, great therapists.
Motivate each other too, right?
Oh, we did.
You become, I always talk about RHI Family, because once you're part of it, you're always part of it, I kind of
Yes, you are. And my sister, she actually was with me every step of the way. I mean, she was pushing me and encouraging me because I'd leave therapy and I'd go home and sit on the couch. She goes, no. You know, so, because I couldn't remember things, so she put Post-it notes up, and so you got to remember to do this, do that. And I had to learn how to drive again.
I know, we're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah,
That's
so
amazing.
That was interesting.
So she was your cheerleader.
Yes,
right.
Sister Michelle.
And everybody needs that, you know, you get support here and you get support from the family, and when you put those two things together, you've got Team Kim, and it's a game changer, right?
Yeah, you have to have a support system, so it's just necessary.
Yeah, they always say patients first here, and I really believe that. Yeah.
That is true.
All right, so now driving. High five.
Yeah.
That was a big moment, right? Because you went through the driving program here at RHI, and that was another level of like freedom and independence, right?
Yeah, because I couldn't drive, and I didn't know what to expect when I had to come here to take the driving test.
It's a long time since we learned how to drive.
It was. Yeah. I had never been through anything like that, so I had a great driving therapist, and I came in the car was the driving wheel on my side and the therapist side.
Oh, they've got one too.
Yeah, and so brakes and everything in case
Kim loses her mind
right.
out there.
And so, you know, we rode around. She was just talking to me, and I was like, well, she's talking to me. She goes, I'm trying to see if you can just talk and pay attention to the signs. So it was a great experience, and I passed.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was good. So I was just so thankful. It's been it was a horrific event, but this is truly a place that really helps you. It really helps you to get your normal back. You know, the way you live and the way you think and the way you do simple things at home, make dinner, you know, or shop at Target.
Yeah, you take things for granted, and it's like, well, here we go. We got to learn to do this again.
Yeah, that's so true.
Right.
You know, that is so true.
So Kim, this is a giving day today. So what we're asking these folks to do is give what they can.
Yes.
Because it makes a difference. That helps pay for the driving program.
Yes.
After the BIGS program, things like that. It just all that money, every bit counts to it when you can.
I would say if you have anything to give, you know, please pledge it, because, you know, it's a great program, and for people that are here, it really helps them no matter what the situation is. So I would just say reach out and give.
Yeah.
Give just whatever you can.
And now she needs to drive to her
My
new
job,
work, right?
IU Health Plan.
Yeah.
Indiana University Health.
Yeah.
Yes, I go back to work, and so you know.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's nobody but God. It's a miracle.
We're so proud of you. That's awesome. It's an amazing story,
Yes.
amazing results.
Yes.
You're living proof.
I am.
I know. I love it. All right. So just stay here with me for a second.
Okay.
So for any past patients, if you guys set up your own page, you go to RHIGivingDay.com. It's so simple. We have a donor who's giving $100 for anybody who just sets up a brand new page. Immediately, there's $100 in there.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of cool. And then the other thing I want them to know about is part of her team, NRC team, has set up a team, and they're already over $800 they've raised today.
That's
so
good. That's
so
good.
share us, like us, follow us, donate. One thing we could ask you to do is put a hashtag RHI Giving Day 2018 on there. That way we kind of build that community and we all become part of the family. Good job, Kim.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye.